Hey Scott, nice to see you. Just want to start by asking how everyone's doing. Any team news ahead of the weekend?
Everyone's fine, to be fair, and obviously a game last night. So we've come in. Boys are doing recovery, and there is no one who any real alarm bells ringing at this present moment in time. So again, we'll have a clearer picture tomorrow, leading into the game, to see how well we've come out, or individuals have come out of the game against Leicester.
And how's Josh Maja settling in?
Yeah, he's settled in fine. His first day's training today, so flew over or come into us yesterday. His first training session settled in really well. A lightish session, but yeah, we're looking forward to having him. I'm very pleased we've got him with us and we've got him on board, and I'm looking forward to seeing his qualities and obviously working with him, and a young player, which we hope we can try and develop, as well as him trying to help us at the top end of the pitch.
Is it too early to say if we'll see him on the weekend?
It probably is at the moment, yeah. I need to speak to him after the session. I need to see where he is. Get another session into him tomorrow as well. But I think he'll be involved in some capacity.
And just, I suppose, in a way, reflecting on last night, I know you said that this isn't a team who are sort of wilting away to a slow death, and it certainly doesn't look like that when you're watching Fulham at the moment. How do you maintain that sort of mental side of things and keeping positive when the results aren't going your way?
Well, a belief. There's a lot of games to be played, and I've constantly said that. Built up an environment here and a culture here over the last 18 months that during these moments you have some foundations, some core stability about you that you can always fall back on, and that is hard work, training, dedicated to your craft in what we're trying to do, and understand that along the journey, like any journey, there's many bumps, and this season was always going to be a challenge, and it was going to be tough. And I braced the team for what was probably the journey we was going to take this year. And like I said yesterday, a tough result, and of course results haven't gone our way in terms of wins. We've got a lot of draws. But there's 17 games left to play in this season. There's a lot of football to be played. We've seen in a short space of time Brighton, Sheffield United, teams can go and get a couple of results together, and before you know it, things are looking so much more brighter. And I also understand people may think we've only won 2 all year, but we're always in games. I feel that this team, I stand and watch us, and I have a confidence about us, and of course at the same time I understand where we need to improve, and we're constantly trying to do that. But a lot of football to be played, Emma, and we're going to endeavour to try and win some football matches.
Does it feel like every game is must win now? You said 17 to go, but does it feel like that?
I don't think every game is a must win. Of course it's not. I think we all understand 17 games to go, what we'll probably need, how many of them we'll probably need to win. Yeah, I think we understand that. But from the outset, every game we're going to, I want to win, and we want to win as a team. And we do everything we can in the build-up to that game to prepare the team to try and get a result. I do understand now, and the team understand, that we need to win games. And our mentality and where we are, and certainly my message to this team at this present moment in time, and for the remainder part of this season, will be exactly that. There is no point in drawing now. Let's go and win. Let's try everything we possibly can to win football matches, and that's the next development of this team. When this team were losing matches at will, conceding goals at will, and the team has done remarkably well to fix that. The next challenge now, like any team, when you come up from the Premier League, is now working on the next part, and that's trying to put the ball in the net, take our chances, be clinical in their moments, and win some matches.
And just last one from me, Scott. Obviously, West Ham next. Things don't get any easier. They're, I suppose, in contrast, a team who are on a great run of form at the moment and doing really well. What have you made of them?
Yeah, look, they've done fantastic, really. David's done an amazing job there from last year, and where they were as a team. He's done fantastic, really. And like you said, they're on a real vein of form, really. A very good side. What have got a habit of knowing how to win football matches, really. So yeah, look, big challenge for us again the weekend. One, I see that we can get a result in, yeah, for sure. At the same time, understand we're going to need to be right at it and be at our best to get that. So we'll try and do that.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emma. Vaishali, Premier League Productions.
Hi, Scott. I spoke to Alphonse Areola after the game yesterday, and he said, look, the performances have been good, we're just not getting the wins at the moment. How do you go about converting good performances into victories, and how tough of a period is this in your managerial career?
Well, I think Alphonse is exactly right. I think this is very, very good performances, which we've not been able to convert them draws into wins, and it all boils down to really is both boxes at times. We've had some big moments in games to win games rather than be draws, and we've not quite been on the right end of it. With our final detailing around the final third has probably let us down a little bit, and we've not took the right decisions. I'm not just talking about finishing and executing here. I'm talking about getting yourself in positions that obviously you can score goals, and sometimes we've fallen a little bit short of that. So yeah, look, I think it's clear for a lot of people to see, and I think people who understand football will understand that this is a team that are fighting. This is a team that have big quality in the way we play, and we try and put our stamp on games. But I think they also see where we're struggling a little bit at times, and yeah, we'll try and work on that as much as we can to fix it, really.
I know you just touched on sort of the mental side of things, but I mean, it must be disheartening for your players to put in such good performances and not come away with wins. So what are you doing to try and keep the spirits up?
Yeah, of course. When you're not winning football matches, that's the biggest challenge. But I knew that challenge would come this year. I knew the challenge, and the biggest challenge for me is keeping this team with belief. And of course, while that is a big challenge for us, because when you're not winning matches, it's difficult. But you know, from the outset, I spelled out to the squad and to the players exactly how this season was going to look in that sense. And there was a brutal honesty about us all. Knew what we had to do, and we knew we had to during these moments. If there's one thing you need to keep, and that's belief, and you only can keep belief if the players feel they're in games, if the players feel that they have a real control about it, if the players feel that as a side what go out there, they're constantly in games, and that's first and foremost. And I think that's why at this present moment in time, it's easy for me, and it's easy for the team to constantly go into every game thinking, you know, we're close here. Of course, that's very different if you're never on that reach. So certainly in that sense, it's been pretty easy for me. Yeah. So.
And has it been difficult for the team knowing that, you know, your rivals, the likes of Brighton, you mentioned it before, they've gotten back to winning, just to keep the focus on yourself and your performances?
Yeah, look, keep focused on myself. You know, a long while ago, I always refer to it is that we can't control what other teams are doing around us. We can't control what Brighton, Burnley, Newcastle, Sheffield United, West Brom. I just can't. And the roller coaster of emotions and energy, what gets lost in worrying, oh, they've won this week, they've not won, oh, they've got so and so this week, is all an irrelevance. It honestly is all of an irrelevance. What's irrelevant is what we can do. And at the weekend, every game we play, we need to do all we can to win football matches. If we don't win football matches, it doesn't matter. And that's the most important thing. So let's focus, and that's always my message. Let's focus on what we can do. Let's focus on getting better individually. Let's focus on getting better as a team, and keep doing all we can to try and pick up some results. And if we do that and look after that side of it, everything else falls into place.
Okay, thanks, Scott.
Thank you.